Hey, third grade mathematicians. Well, today we're going to talk about measurement tools, but before we do that, we're going to read our math focus points for the day, okay? All right, so today we are going to be working on generating measurement data by measuring to the nearest half inch. So using tools that we've seen and probably have used before, but measuring to the nearest half inch. So not just looking at the whole numbers like 1, 2, 3, but looking in between the inches to measure. We are also going to be working on describing the shape of ordered numerical data. So when we put our data into a line plot, our numerical data, we're looking at the shape. Where do we have data together? Where are data spread apart? And we're still going to be working on interpreting what the numbers and symbols on a line plot means. It's really important when we start asking questions or answering questions, knowing what the numbers or the symbols represent. Okay, so I have a question for you before we continue. Have you ever measured how long or how far something is? Have you ever measured how long or how far something is? If so, what tool did you use to measure? So I'm actually going to use our math words and ideas, talking about measurement, to discuss some of these tools. We'll come back to this tool, which I'm sure we all have used, but here are some tools that measure length. You've probably seen the tool tape measures, yardsticks and meter sticks, odometer. An odometer measures the distance a car has traveled, so it's measuring the distance of something or how far something can travel. Yardstick and meter stick. The meter stick is a little bit longer, and we'll talk about why in just a few moments. And then a tape measure as well, kind of like a rolled up ruler. Okay. All right, so let's go back to that first screen you saw. And a ruler is a tool used to measure length. Okay, so this ruler measures inches on one side and centimeters on the other. Okay, so take a moment and just look at centimeters and inches. And what do you notice about the two measurements? I notice that the inches, 1 inch is bigger than 1 centimeter. So here's 1 centimeter, but over here is 1 inch. Okay. So a ruler is 12 inches long. Okay. Or a foot. So 12 inches equals 1 foot. Okay. And one ruler, 12 inches, is about 30 centimeters. Now, inches is part of our U.S. standard system of measurement. It includes inches, feet, yards, and miles. Okay, so that's the U.S. standard system. The other system is called the metric system that has centimeters, meters, and kilometers. So when we go back to look at these tools here, a yardstick is 36 inches long. So a yardstick is part of the U.S. standard system, and it's 36 inches long. About how many feet is that? I have a yardstick here, and you might not be able to see. But 12 inches is 1 foot. 12 more inches would be at 24 inches, and that would be 2 feet. So going from 1 foot, 2 feet. 12 more inches is 36 inches, and that's the end of the yardstick. So we have 1, 2, 3 feet. Okay, so again, yardstick is part of the U.S. metrics or U.S. standard system. A meter stick is part of the metric system, or is a tool that measures 1 meter, which is equal to 100 centimeters. Okay? All right, so we are going to be using these tools to help us measure during different activities that we're going to do today, and I'm so excited about it. Now, one of our math focus points is measuring to the nearest inch. So I'm going to just do a few of these objects so you can see practice with measuring to the nearest half inch. Okay? All right, so let's measure the toothbrush here. And how long is the toothbrush? You're right, 6 inches. We could write that. It would look like this, 6 inches. And instead of writing the whole word inches, the abbreviation is IN. I don't know why it's not letting me put the dot there, but 6 inches, IN. Okay? All right, so next object. About how long is the pencil? About how long is the pencil? You're right. We're at 5 1/2 inch. So we're not quite to 6 inches. It falls right in the middle. So halfway between 5 and 6. So we would write 5 1/2 like this. Write it over here since it wouldn't let me finish over there. 5 whole inches and 1/2 inches. So this is how you would abbreviate inches. Okay, so 5 1/2 inches. So as we're measuring during our different activities today, it's going to come in handy to know how to measure in between inches. So let's do one more. How long is the paper clip? How long is the paper clip? You're right. 1 whole inch and 1/2 of another inch. Okay, 1 whole inch and 1/2 of another inch. So we would write that 1 and 1/2 inches. Okay. All right. So we are going to be using rulers and yardsticks today to measure different during our different activities that I'm going to explain in the next few videos. Okay. All right. So remember, about how long is an inch? Can you show me? Just about that long, right? How long is a foot? $12 inches, so just about that long, right? 12 inches from here to here. Okay. All right, guys. So in the next few videos, I'm going to explain what we're going to do today and the different types of activities we will do to practice our measuring. Okay. But until then, happy measuring.